Sir, may I come in?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Better. So we will start with a question instead of going for the formal.
Sure, sir.
Tell me, two foreign ministers, Chinese and Afghan, are here in Islamabad for the last 2 days. They are having trilateral discussion. So what is your uptake? Agenda kya hai or what they are discussing?
So basically, they have visited after the visit of our foreign minister to India, and they have came here for the bilateral talks on trade, commerce, and industrialization. So basically, that is the purpose of them being here.
Our foreign minister was in India 2-3 days back. What is the feedback? How this visit went well, or there is something issues?
Sir, Pakistan has tried its level best to fulfill the obligations being part of SCO. But on the other hand, the response from the Indian side is not up to the mark, and the statement given by the J.S. Shankar after the arrival of Bilawal Bhutto back to Pakistan is not up to the standards, international standards. And on the other hand, Pakistan foreign minister has fulfilled his responsibility and has played his role being a representative of Pakistan.
How do you see the role of social media in politics of Pakistan?
So social media indeed has played a very cardinal role in this regard. It has provided political awareness to the people at large. On the other hand, it has also provided the people with the democratic norms, values, folkways and customs regarding the changing political scenario and landscape of Pakistan. So indeed, it has played a very important role.
Keeping the background of current political situation in the country, there is a debate on the constitutional issues also. What do you think? The constitution is subservient to parliament, or parliament is subservient to constitution? How you will analyze it?
Sir, in my personal opinion, definitely parliament is it is important on parliament to follow the embedded rules and regulation which are part and parcel of the constitution. And moreover, if you look at the ongoing legal tussle or legal debate between the state organs, that is the legislature and the judiciary, in my opinion, it has badly affected the social peace and order of the Pakistani society. So, in my opinion, Parliament should obey the constitution in this regard.
Welcome to CSPs Academy for CSS PMS preparation. CSS PMS तहरीरी इम्तिहान के तमाम मज़ामीन की ऑनलाइन और ऑन कैंपस तैयारी के साथ साथ सब्जेक्ट सिलेक्शन, असाइनमेंट चेकिंग, क्लास टेस्ट, मॉक एग्जाम, इंडिविजुअल टीचर डिस्कशन और फीडबैक सेशन का इनकाद किया जाएगा। इसके अलावा FPSC की तजवीज़ करदा बुक्स से बने मयारी नोट्स और CSPs पब्लिशर की बेहतरीन बुक्स मुहैया की जाएंगी। रजिस्टर नाउ एट 0316 570-1593.
Can you identify 3 major economic challenges which Pakistan is facing?
Sir, first economic challenges that is faced by Pakistan is the internal and external cash liquidity crunch, that is the cash inflows. Secondly, the spiraling debt along with the runaway food prices are the major key economic challenges that are faced by Pakistan.
You are a student of IR. How you differentiate between international relations and diplomacy?
Sir, international relation refers to the relationship between the government at the international level under the umbrella of international law, while diplomacy refers to the art of conducting negotiations between the representatives of the state.
Thank you.
Mohsin, Mumtaz, are you sure this is what diplomacy is?
Yes, madam. I have read about it.
Could you please elaborate?
Ma'am, diplomacy refers to art of conducting negotiations between the representative of the state. By that I mean that with the help of foreign office, our foreign diplomats, they interact with the foreign diplomats of the other countries. So it is a mean through which a country follows or is able to transform the national policies into the foreign policies for the fulfillment of national prophecies.
So where is negotiation?
Madam, negotiation in terms of which takes place between the foreign offices of both states, and it is conducted through the representatives, that is the ambassadors or the high commissioners.
What is the structure of an embassy?
Ma'am, structure of embassy includes third secretary, second secretary, first secretary, then if I'm not wrong, the foreign ambassador. Before foreign ambassador, I guess it is consulate general or the missionaries.
Right. What is your view on Pakistan's foreign policy?
Madam, Pakistan has historically sought to maintain friendly and peaceful relations with every government in the world. And Pakistan has tried its level best to promote and enhance its bilateral ties in terms of trade, commerce, and industrialization. So Pakistan's foreign policy is believes in peace and prosperity not only in region but all across the world.
Are you sure we have relations with all the countries of the world?
Not all of the countries. There are few countries which can be segregated into three parts. There are few countries with whom Pakistan has very close and friendly relations. There are few countries with whom Pakistan have medium level relations, and there are some countries which have from which Pakistan have very minor level or low level relationship.
Your favorite personalities are three. Ilhama Muhammad Asad, Nasir Durrani, A.B. De Villar. What is common between these three?
Madam, first thing is that they are intellectual and hardworking, and secondly, I believe that they have played a very pivotal role in their personal domain or field, and they are professionals. So these are the three similarities in these three personalities.
Are all intellectuals also professionals?
Madam, I believe that if you look at A.B. de Villiers, he is highly qualified, and he has done masters in his respective field. After that, he joined cricket. Secondly, if you look at the profile of Sir Nasir Durrani, he was the pioneer of CTD in Peshawar, and that was one landmark achievement as far as the police services of Pakistan is concerned. Third, if you look at Ilhama Muhammad Asad, he was the person who was awarded the first citizenship of Pakistan, and he played a very important role as far as the Pakistan movement is concerned. So I believe that they had unique qualities. That's one of the reasons I am calling them intellectuals.
But if you said that to Nasir, he would start laughing at you. He would never call himself intellectual.
Okay.
I can tell you that. Recently read books. Sociology by Paul Horton and Hunt, and Foreign Policy of Pakistan by Abdul Sattar. What is your take on this Foreign Policy of Pakistan by Abdul Sattar?
Madam, the book Foreign Policy of Pakistan by Abdul Sattar provides the gist of knowledge first regarding the history of Pakistan, the legal and political developments of as far as Pakistan is concerned. Along with that, it tells about the maneuvers and ways through which one country pursues its foreign policy. The most inspirational thing in this regard, which I read, was the rational actor approach in foreign policy, which was something new for me. According to this approach, the state is not directly responsible as far as the negotiations or the foreign policy is concerned. It is the state actors who play a very cardinal role in this regard. So it provides gist of knowledge regarding foreign policy, diplomacy, international relations, and the political and constitutional history of Pakistan.
Join CSPs, where we believe that your dreams are our mission. So let us be your partners in this transformative journey as we equip you with knowledge, confidence, and resilience required to emerge as CSS toppers. Contact us on our given WhatsApp number 0316-570-1593 or visit our website www.csps.com.pk.
Some people say that Sattar Sahab wrote this book because he had a lot of justifications to give as foreign minister. What is your take on that?
Madam, that might be one thing, but in my opinion, in this book, he has tried his level best to express his views in an analytical and critical form. And it is very useful as far as, if one wants to understand the history of Pakistan. So I personally believe that it is some of different collections, not one.
So you are self-critical,
I don't think so.
but you've written here as weakness.
I guess that was old.
You've stopped doing that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dr. Saab.
Thank you, ma'am. Well, Mohsin, but do you think that there was a relation between French Revolution and emancipation of women or women rights?
No, sir, I don't think so.
No relation. Have you heard about the Mary Wollstonecraft?
It's a very yes, I have read about it, but yet I am unable to recall it.
Don't you think that she has inspiration in the French Revolution?
She did had, but at a minimum level. It was not at the maximum level.
Okay, what you know about the matriarchal societies?
Matriarchal societies are those societies in which women hold a strong power.
Does this matriarchal society exist in the present day world?
There are few places, like for suppose in Western world, women are indeed given equal rights and opportunities in all domains of life, may it be political, economic, cultural, social. And in my opinion, maybe in United States and UK, there are few areas where matriarchy still exists.
Okay, then tell, it is stated that Franco-Prussian War of 1871 laid down or sowed the seeds of World War One. Please comment.
So indeed, it is true. It had an important role in this regard, and it led to it resulted in a bipartisan alliance between different groups, and it indeed had an important role in as far as the World War One is concerned.
How? Explain.
Sir, basically, if you look at the alliances at that time, it supported one of the alliances, and due to the support, and that was, I believe, that was an illicit support, and due to that support, it had an impact on it. So that's what I
Okay,
believe.
what is difference between Marxism and communism?
Sir, Marxism is a theory which states that means of production, distribution, and consumption is solely owned by the government, and people are given as per their requirement. But as far as the socialism is concerned,
Communism.
this was communism, sir. This was
Okay,
communism.
then what is Marxism?
As far as Marxism is concerned, theory is almost similar, but people are rewarded as per their efforts and as per their work. Rest is same.
Okay. Well, what do you know about utopia?
So utopia in general terms?
Yes, utopia. You know about the utopia in political thought?
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
An anarchic situation.
It's not an anarchic situation. Utopia is an imaginary world. Okay, then tell, what is the central idea of Machiavelli's political thought, and what made Machiavelli's political thought a modern political thought rather than the classical and during the political thought of early fathers? So what make it political?
So basically, Machiavelli gave more power to the king, and he was of the view that he was basically a power monger. Power monger in the sense that he gave all rights and powers to the king, and he was of the view that if a king wants to do whatever, if a king wants to do, he can do, and nothing is good or bad, nothing is right or wrong for him. A king can do anything he feels like. His famous quotation was, a king should be powerful as a lion, a king should be clever as a fox and powerful as a lion. And I believe that as far as his philosophy is concerned, we can compare it with the political philosophy of Asif Ali Zardari. He is the follower of that philosophy, what I believe.
Give your career a boost with CSS PMS preparation from Civil Services Preparatory School. Join CSS PMS for on-campus and online classes. Join us for your bright future. Civil Services Preparatory School, Jeetan Markaz, Islamabad. Register now at 0316 570 1593.
Don't go for that. Okay, my last question. What is frontier policy and who laid down?
Frontier policy was basically the administrative as well as the overall policy that was that came into being for the purpose of KPK province.
No. I'm talking about frontier policy during the Delhi Sultanate time period that was envisaged to defend subcontinent from Mongols' threat. and laid down by the slave dynasty, and especially the last slave sultan, very popular Balban, Ghiyasuddin Balban, he laid down that policy. This is a very famous, isko check कीजिएगा,
Right.
ठीक है? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mohsin, what was the manifesto of Muslim League at the time of its creation?
Sir, manifesto was the equal participation of all the Muslims, equal participation of Muslims as far as its representation at the Legislative Assembly is concerned. First, to upgrade the moral standards of the moral standards of the Muslims. Secondly, third, it believed in socio-cultural advancement of the Muslim community.
Besides ideological reasons, what were the other factors that helped to create the Pakistan?
Sir, other factors were the role of Muslim scholars. First,
That was the ideological factor.
yes, sir.
Other than ideology, what were the
So
other
there were
factors?
external factors.
For example,
External factor included the role of other communities. That is the role of Sikh in this. Their Hippocratic approach in this regard also paved way and helped Muslims to get a separate homeland. First, secondly, on the other hand, the movements. The socio-cultural movements in this regard, revolutionary movements also played an important role. For example, first the protest and the
why did the Indian reject the Cripps mission?
Sir, basically they believed that that Hindus were in grave majority, and they never wanted that Muslims should be given.
Both Muslim and Hindus, they both reject the Cripps mission. What were its reason?
Sir, I am unable to recall. I have read about it.
What is the federal as well as provincial share in tax collection as per the NFC award?
Sir, and 160 of the article, 160 of the.
And tell me the share of the federal government after the tax collection and provincial government.
So all provincial governments.
Yes.
Sir, I believe it is 40%.
40%. Provinces or the federal government?
Provinces, sir.
Please check it.
Okay, sir.
My last question is that what is the administrative hierarchy in Federal Secretariat?
Sir, it starts from section officer, then deputy secretary, then additional secretary, then joint secretary, and finally secretary.
After the deputy secretary, we have the joint secretary, then additional secretary, then secretary. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Let's close it.
Yes, sir.
When you are in a state of preparedness, you are fully charged, in my view. ठीक है ना, you keep it up. पिछले 3 महीने के अखबार देख लो, अपडेट करो अपने आप को, ठीक है ना. I think बस keep it up, बाकी सब ठीक है. कब है इंटरव्यू?
सर मेरे ख्याल से 31 मई को मोस्ट प्रोबेबली, अभी डेट नहीं आई.
अच्छा, तुम्हारे पास तो टाइम भी है.
यस सर.
तो बस लगे रहो. है यही दिन. ये पुलिस सर्विस मिल सकती है अगर तुम लगे रहे तो. रावलपिंडी पंजाब में कंपटीशन इज वेरी टफ, तो इसलिए बस लगे रहो जो कुछ तुम, ठीक है ना. तो बट बस कीप इट अप.
सर कोई लूप होल ऐसा जो आइडेंटिफाई
वो हम कर
ये
रहे
बताते
हैं. We are here for that. Basically, you see, this is a training institute, so we are here to guide you. अगर मैं शुरू में शाबाशी दे दूं तो फिर आप इजी हो जाओगे. वो we don't want that. We want you to be because there's always room to improve.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, जिस तरह आपकी फेवरेट पर्सनैलिटीज, यू हैव 3 पर्सनैलिटीज. आई वुड रिकमेंड एक रखो जिसको फिर आप प्रॉपर तरीके से डिफेंड कर सको. ठीक है. व्हाट आई नोटिस्ड वाज you used a lot of terms that are rather exaggerated. ठीक है, जिस पे मैंने आपसे कुछ सवालात भी पूछे to check you. मतलब when you use the word intellectual, it has a certain meaning. That word should be applied as cautiously as, and you're a writer, mashallah, you know the nuances of words. But in your responses, you use these terminologies that make the other person doubt you. Okay? So be cautious in your responses, what vocabulary you're using. ठीक है? Whatever you write here, you should be able to defend it. And that's why we were negotiating the marks, because you have the potential. एक तो मुझे लग रहा था कि अंदर कोई डिप्रेशन चल रहा है. हाँ, तुम्हारी लग रहा है कि you're not in your full form.
नींद मैडम पूरी नहीं हुई बस आज.
हाँ, वो कोई लग रहा है कि you're not in your full form. दूसरा ये कि be careful in your terminologies. And तीसरा ये कि review your form. Be very careful when you fill it up, because you will have to defend every word of it.
Sure.
And I'm confident you can do it. A little bit of exercise. लिखो, अपने introduction को भी लिखो, अपने points जो इनके personality एक रखो. Write down about that personality. Think it out. And then when you write in the official form, you'll be able to defend it better.
Right.
ठीक है? I wish you all the
Thank you
best.
so much, madam.
And Mohsin, again, I would say you need a little more clarity. Things like this, utopia is a very famous terminology. Thomas More का ना जाके स्टडी कीजिएगा. He wrote a utopia, जिसमें उसने एक आइडियल स्टेट की, जैसे हम जन्नत के बारे में बात करते हैं ना, तो उसने आइडियल पॉलिटिकल स्टेट की एक जो है ना पिक्चर्स को उसने दिया कि ऐसी होनी चाहिए आइडियल. और फिर जितने पॉलिटिकल फिलोसफर्स हैं ना, बेसिकली आप वो एक आइडियल स्टेट की तरफ ही, कोई रियलिज्म लेकर के आइडियल स्टेट अचीव करता है, कोई आइडियलिज्म की सूरत में. इसको टॉमस मोर के यूटोपिया को स्टडी कीजिएगा. देखिए और चीजें जैसे कि फ्रंटियर पॉलिसी है ना, सब कॉन्टिनेंट में लेड डाउन इन ऑर्डर टू चेक, क्रिएट अ चेक अपॉन मंगोल्स, बिकॉज मंगोल जो थे वो बहुत बुरी तरह से तहस नहस कर रहे थे यूरोप तक को. ईरान कैप्चर कर लिया, तो स्लेव डिनेस्टी जो है इन्होंने फिर जो है गयासुद्दीन बलबन ही लेड डाउन, ही एस्टैब्लिश बेसिकली फ्रंटियर जो है फ्रंटियर रीजन्स में ना, पूरे फ्रंटियर रीजन्स में, नॉट इट्स नॉट केपी के, तो इन्होंने किले बनाए थे ताकि उनके एडवांसेस को चेक किया जा सके. एंड ही वाज वेरी सक्सेसफुल. तो इन छोटे छोटे कंसेप्ट की थोड़ी सी क्लैरिटी इसको करें, ताकि जो है आपके जो आंसर्स आपके अच्छे होते हैं, और दरम्यान में दो आंसर अच्छे दे के अगर तीसरा गलत करेंगे तो वो शायद एक ऐसे लगता है कि जैसे यहाँ पे सुपरफिशियलिटी आ गई आंसर्स. ठीक है,
थैंक यू सर.
मोहसिन, अगर पिछले आपके इंटरव्यू को देखें तो आपने अच्छा खासा आज इम्प्रूव किया है. पिछले की निस्बत आज बहुत बेहतर आपका इंटरव्यू था, लेकिन कुछ चीज़ें जो है ना उनको ज़रूर चेक कर लो. फॉर एग्जांपल, मैंने आपसे क्रिप्स मिशन पूछा तो आप बिल्कुल जब नहीं पता तो जवाब ना दो. वो उनकी ऑब्जेक्शन ये थी कि उस मिशन के अंदर इंडियन एडेड ही नहीं थे, तो ये बहुत मुसलमान और हिंदुओं ने इसको रिजेक्ट कर दिया था. तो ये मैंने आपको उस दिन भी बताया था. ट्रैक टू पाकिस्तान किताब लो, ये जितने भी 1800 से लेके ऑनवर्ड, आप मुस्लिम लीग का मैनिफेस्टो भी गलत बता रहे थे. ठीक है, तो इनको एक दफ़ा पढ़ लो, दो 3 पॉइंट्स पढ़ लो, और ये हार्डली आपका एक दिन का काम है. ठीक है, बेस्ट ऑफ लक.
थैंक यू सर.
Best of luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.